Alright, so tonight we're playing in water. So progress so far, just cutting more woods, getting straighter lines. Saw a tool that I wanted to buy, kind of just made it myself with a piece of wood and used it instead. Been buying a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. To go over some stuff that came in today. Well, I'll show you this in a second, but some water level sensors. I may have already shown that. May have. So that's one water level sensor. That's just kind of like a bob type, so it stays here, and then as the water goes up, or you could put it upside down, and as the water goes up. I think it's pretty much the terminology is normally open, normally closed. My misting system came in, so this is the tubing. These are the ends. These are the ends that the T-joints. I have the end joint right now in my little setup. This is another water level sensor, and this one goes up like that, up like that. These are some of the things that came with the misting system. The adapters for your everyday faucet, and even your so your 3 1/4 faucet and a half-inch faucet adapter as well, along with some plumber's tape or thread tape. That's what it is. Bought some tubing, and I'll show you what that's for here in a moment. I just got that from Home Depot. This little setup, which is kind of nice. Oh, first, so these the buckets that you'll get, like I got a Home Depot bucket, but that's not what I'm going to use. It's going to be my prototype bucket, the one that I can actually drill holes through and see how test my bits and everything like that, make sure everything's good with that before I actually put it in my more expensive bucket, which costs a little bit more money because it's a food grade bucket, so you can store water, food, and other things in it because of the type of plastic it is. This right here is this is the lid, the adapter lid, and then this turns it into a screw cap. So I could put the adapter lid here, like so, and I could screw it in and out and stuff like that. So the point of that is I'm going to take it off. Alright, put that aside. I'm probably going to get a tripod pretty soon because I want to make sure I get these decent angles here. And my lighting sucks too, but yeah, I can't. Can I? Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, I got a ball, I think it's a ball union joint. I can't find the can't find the bag for it. Oh, here it is. A bulkhead union with EPDM washer. So this is a 1/2 inch. The one I have before is a 3/4 inch, or 3/4 of an inch here. So, and that'll actually no. This is the 1/2 inch actually. This is the 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch to 3/4 faucet, right? So I can just have a spigot like that. And that was like my old setup, and I was like, fuck it, I'm doing a bucket. That rhymed. Now this is the 3 1/4 setup, and I got a flow sensor, a 3 1/4 flow sensor. So this is one piece, then the flow sensor goes into it, and then I have my valve here, which I can do my shutoffs and everything like that. And possibly, I was just thinking about it, I could probably automate the shutoff valve here, which would be kind of cool. So I actually got to take this apart. You can get these a little bit cheaper off of Amazon, and I was just at Home Depot, so I was like, screw it, let me get it today. And I guess that's what you're paying for, is that convenience. My hose will go into there, and then this is my pump for my facility water. So non-filtered tap water, right? So now I would take this water, it would pump out of here, and it'll pump into this bucket, which would be my reservoir, and then I can do things like dosing. Pretty much putting in, like, say, hey, if a liter of water came in, for every liter I want to add some type of nutrient mixture. So for every liter, but I want to do that automatically without having to say, hey, listen, when this thing goes low, I have to come in and dose it myself. So Essentially, this cap will go on top of a bucket. I'm gonna drill some holes into this. This whole cap system, this resealable cap system, cost $730 something, probably like $750. So this resealable cap system costs $750. The sensor, or the water flow sensor, I forgot how much that cost. This valve is a little bit expensive, probably about $13, but you can get it at $11 off of Amazon. The pump was probably about $64. Then that brings us over to our little working system here. So I'm trying to have like sensors on damn near everything and try to get to as much data as I can from this system. So one thing I have, and I'm trying not to like have this shit fall into the water, I got another flow sensor, but the problem I had was this flow sensor, and I might just get a bigger flow sensor for the tubing, but it is what it is. It's just the irrigation tubing, or the misting system tubing, is just this small. It's a 1/4 inch tubing. Yeah, 1/4 inch tubing, and the flow sensor is a 1/4 inch as well. I'm trying to keep the phone up, but sometimes I'm looking away because I'm thinking. But the flow system is a 1/4 inch as well. So it has its leads here for data, power, and everything like that, and ground. So I was able to like rig something at Home Depot. This is a submersible pump. So a mini submersible pump that didn't cost too much. I think this cost maybe about $10. But it's a very, very small pump, has suction cups to it. You're not really supposed to run these out of water, so I'll put it back in. The adapter, the little adapter that comes out of it, it has a 1/2 inch inner diameter adapter. It's like you have to worry about inner diameter versus outer diameter. So the tubing that I got here, this is about a 1/2 inch inner diameter, and it goes around the adapter that goes actually into the pump. So I have it going around it. I'll put one of these bad boys here, one of these clamps on it, so I can tighten that up, along with probably some silicone or something like that, just so I can get a decent seal and don't lose water. Then I got this this little reducer here, and that is a 3/16 inner diameter to 1/4 inch MIP. I don't know what that means, but hose barb. So the 1/2 inch inner diameter tubing, I don't know what the outer diameter of that tubing is, but it doesn't really matter. The inner diameter is what's important. That 1/2 inch tubing fits around there. It does leak, so I'd have to have like maybe threading tape and probably some silicone around that, along with another one of these clamps. And then my 1/4 inch tube, all right, my 1/4 inch irrigation misting system tube goes into here, or goes onto here. And then what the gentleman at Home Depot said, he's like, listen, man, if anything, what you probably want to do is, he agreed to, yeah, silicone it up, but then put on a fastener, like a zip tie or something like that. So I'm gonna do that, and then along with probably some silicone around that, and then I'll probably grease the tube to the point where it goes all the way down this here, and then it stays in place, and then I can have a better more secure setup with the zip ties. So I'll just have some mini zip ties and put it on there. So from there, and the pump is up to its max, and then I adjusted the head, but as you can see, my misting system is misting right back into the bucket here. So it's pretty quiet. Mostly you hear the fans from one of the little mini servers I have here. But yeah, that's going to be my irrigation system, and that's going to go here. I've extended this piece also from the edge of that there. I was about to do about 1 foot, so I'm probably going to do like 1.4 inches, maybe 1.5 feet. Instead, that's going to cut down my grow area, which is fine because, again, it's a prototype. I'm not going to really grow much in here. This is just to prove a point. But it's going to cut down my grow area, and I'll have my misting system all around it, and then I'll have my grow light in this portion here, so it'll be a little bit recessed. That's pretty much it for now. I'm still waiting for my my food grade bucket, but I got this at Home Depot for like $3 something just to test it out. And I suggest you do the same, because you have to actually place these water sensors, or the water level sensors, at the right spot. You know, make sure you can seal them properly, because it's my first time doing it. I have some step drill bits that are coming in tomorrow as well, and that'll allow me to drill these holes properly. And then I can see, hey, listen, you know, if I went too large on the bit, or too large on the hole, or too small, and I can measure things out. And then I can also cut the top of that. I might just get another one of those, just because you know, I'm probably going to screw it up. And my thought is, how I want to set this up is kind of have it in the recess portion here. So all the intake and out, and the input and output of this whole system here will be right here in this like recessed portion of the lid. So of course here will be, I have it here, and then I'll drill another hole right next to it, and then that'll go out to the irrigation system. And the water flow sensors will be at the top here, so I can do whatever I need to here to service it. I also have some more tubing coming, so I'll have a little bit extra to deal with and work with, and do whatever I need to. And then in another section, probably on this side, I'll put one of my bobbing sensors here, drill a hole for it, and then it has a nut that you put on top of it, so it'll secure to the top of the lid. And then I can start filling this up with a whole bunch of water, and then testing cutoff of this pump here, which will be attached to a relay, or be plugged into a relay. So that's how I'm gonna actually pump in my external water, and I'll probably set up something nice for it now that I know about these union joints. Yeah, bulkhead union joints. So now that I know about these, I can actually have something a little bit nicer, probably even a faucet like this, and then this could suck in water and everything like that from outside, and I could just pipe something here from the den in there. So we'll see how that works. I probably won't be able to do that, but that'd be kind of cool. Probably do it from the fish tank. Screw that fish. I think I told you guys about this and how I'm going to be doing the switch on that joint there. And that's pretty much it. Been a long day for me, so I'm going to take a nap after this. But oh, that's disgusting. I gotta clean that up. This here, of course, is the Raspberry Pi, or this is the stem board, and I was gonna have some sensors on it, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have really any sensors on it. No temperature sensors or anything like that. If anything, I'll have these sensor adapters, but I'll probably just have them only for the water flow sensors. It'll be no temperature sensors or anything like that. This will be control based stuff. So hey, listen, get the water flow in and out of the I guess the aquifer, yeah, I guess my water bucket. I don't know. I don't even know what the word is, or what word I want to use. Also, I'm going to get some different type of connectors so I can fabricate those a little bit better and a little bit more custom. I also have to work out getting this in the right spot, because that's not in the right spot. So I'm going to get that fixed, and I'll start actually writing some code so I can actually simulate sensor data actually coming in through the API, and that's going to be coming pretty soon. I finally got a decent cut last night on the board here. I'm always coming up a little bit short, but it is what it is. And also a little bit crooked on my cuts. So I'm trying to get better with that with my circular saw. What I'm going to do with this is where the stem board will go. Stem, and then some ventilation holes for my intake fans. And then, of course, these would be my exhaust fans because heat rises. So what I've learned from the Dude Grow podcast, or the Dude Grow channel, what you really want in terms of ventilation is your cold air coming in from the bottom, hot air, which rises, of course, goes out through the top, and then sucks down and out. Sucks down and out there. A lot of stuff. Kind of like it, though. It's fun. You know, I'm learning a lot of stuff. I learned what ID and OD means on these pieces of paper here. I did not know ID meant inner diameter, outer diameter, so that's kind of confusing, and that's not always labeled on some of these pumps, so beware. Oh, I also got my light sensor. This is kind of cool. I haven't opened this yet, but this will actually sense. It has a little receptor there. Sorry you can't see through the packaging. But you can look up an Arduino light sensor, and then you can actually change. Give me a sec. I'll show this off, I guess. Ooh. This is a bit delicate of a piece here. Alright, I should put that down. It's a little bit better on that piece of paper. But I guess this will sense the light, and then you can actually change its sensitivity here. And then from here, this is where all the things connect, or where it connects to. Where does this connect to? It'll connect to the Raspberry Pi, you know. And so this will be in the actual grow box, close to the actual light. I'll probably have it somewhere kind of protected up here. I might have to try to put it in some type of clear case, so it doesn't get to a transparent case, probably something really glossy or something like that. I can't. Yeah, I got like a little hole so I can mount a motherboard standoff, so I may be able to put this on some plexiglass so that I can actually put it on the board. But yeah, I gotta take care of this thing here. Probably gotta get some bubble wrap and put around it. But with this, then I can actually say, hey, listen, is the light off? Oh, okay, I need to send a notification or turn it on. If I set the turn on signal and it does not turn on, then I need to probably get another light, change a bulb or something like that. Or even sense if a bulb just goes out, say, hey, listen, you know, I think light is measured in lumens. So light should be at this many lumens. This is considered 100%. Once it goes below that, then I need to know. Also, I'm going to start, I want to apply logic to this whole system where when it's pumping water or doing a irrigation through the misting system, I'm going to have it low enough, but since it's in an enclosed space and you got all the lights around it, I want it to be, just in case, you know, it's watering the plants, waters them, and then shuts off all the lights, and then once it's done watering them, turns them back on. And so then we don't have any issues with like water going directly on lights, having any short circuits, fires, or anything else like that. So we could just be on the safe side. That's it for that. Also, one thing, I guess I flipped the camera to my beautiful face. Oh no, I guess I can't do that. Gotta do it physically. Oh fuck that. Oh jeez. There's a light. One thing that I'm going to start a STEM program, or try to start a STEM program at my local high school, and I'm going to talk to them about that, about getting in and actually doing this grow box project with them and teaching some of the students agricultural technology, and doing a little bit more on that side of things. So that'll be really cool. I'll give you guys more information on that and go from there. All right. As always, thank you. Peace.